every time I turn on my camera and I have my bed in my background, I kind of feel like this is the beginning of the porno. Like, I got my lights and professionalism, and I'm a sweet, innocent girl, and I shouldn't be doing this, but I will for money. My brain works funny. So, boys and girls, how you doing? It is Courtney-jai here, and I hope you're having a good day. Now, today I'm going to be talking about coming out. As you all know, I came out about 2 years ago as bisexual, and I kind of have this long-running series where I like to talk about coming out from different angles, from my parents' perspective to my own perspective to other creators' perspectives on coming out and their experiences as well. And I feel like I've kind of missed one key part of coming out, and that is the negatives and drawbacks of coming out. And I feel like it's really important to approach this notion because there are a lot of people who think that it's going to be a sunny, happy day once they come out, and they won't be ready for this. And I feel like I should make you ready, make you prepared that this will happen, and sometimes you've just got to be above it and just educate people rather than getting angry and frustrated about it. So first things first, let's talk about the LGBT and the plus. So a lot of people know about LGBT. It's kind of common knowledge now about lesbian, gay, bi, transgender. We've had it around for years, and a lot of people do understand that, but a lot of people don't understand the plus part, which is where asexual, pansexual, non-binary, binary, gender fluid all come into play. And this is when people get confused. Even people inside the LGBT get confused about this. And I feel like it's something that we have to constantly keep educating about. And if you are feeling like you are gender fluid or if you are non-binary, then don't feel like you have to put it off because not a lot of people understand it. Your job is to be the one who leads the revolution, I suppose, in your sexuality. So one thing you have to know is that coming out is a constant thing. So you will be coming out to future friends and acquaintances, and not everybody will take it as nicely as maybe the first time when you told someone. And that's something what you have to be prepared for, and it could be something what may draw you back, it maybe even cause you to go into depression, but you've got to be above it and rise above it, I guess, and just be a better person from it. Especially those people who are part of the plus, because at the moment you are building the foundation, you are building the structure of your sexuality and what defines it. And I feel like it's very important for you guys to especially educate the LGBT, because there will be people who are gay who will be against it, there will be people who are bi who are against it, there will be people who are lesbian or transgender against your sexuality, and you have to prove to them that you are just the same as them. You know, you deserve to have your sexuality just as much as them. And this is the whole confusing thing about the LGBT. We're all about love, but a lot of people are against certain sexualities within the LGBT, and it's one of the most hardest and harshest things to handle, and it's something that we can do, because in 15-20 years, look where we've come from to where we are now with, you know, gay marriage being legalised. In another 15 to 20 years, think where we could be, where everybody is equal. I'm not saying that we're going to be there, but we could be if we just keep pushing forward and lead the revolution of sexuality. The next thing I want to approach is friends. Now this is something that affects me, and it's affected a lot of other people that I know, that if a person who's bi or is gay, or even a girl who's lesbian, is going around with a friend who is of the same gender, people assume that they have some sort of sexual thing going between them. They feel like there is some partnership between them, and it's the fact that nobody can just have a friend who is gay or have a friend who is a lesbian and be the same sexuality as you. I mean, I don't know why it is about it, but people just assume. I've had people watch my videos where they think that there is something going on between someone with me in a video, and everybody knows that I have a girlfriend. I have an amazing girlfriend, but we still get it, and we still receive comments about it, and sometimes it's not malicious. Sometimes it is that someone has made a mistake and you'd have to go, oh no, we are just friends. But some people are malicious about it. They will say things like, oh, you're with a girl now, but I'd rather see you with a guy. You've actually had that comment, and that's hurtful. And the thing what we got to do about that is educate that person. Tell them that that is wrong. You can't just approach everybody and expect everyone, beat everyone the same bat. There's a saying like that. I don't know how exactly it goes, but something like that. The third thing, and I think this is really important, is knowing where you are and being safe. So a lot of people want to come out. They feel like they're ready to come out, but their parents are super religious and they're super homophobic, or there are people in the area who are super homophobic. You have to make sure that you're safe so that when you come out, you don't get kicked out of your home, or you don't get beaten up, or even worse, get killed for your sexuality. Make sure you're in a place where you can sustain yourself and basically live your life how you want to live it, without having any trouble inside of it. And I know a lot of people grit their teeth saying, I'm going to do it anyway, but the consequences could be dire, and I think you have to understand that and make sure. I'm quite lucky, I live in England, we have legalised gay marriage, you know, we've legalised pretty much everything to do with sexuality, you know, and it's perfectly okay to be bi, it's perfectly okay to be part of the LGBT in my country, but in other countries it's not, so just be prepared. So the fourth and final thing actually only came into light the other day. So I made a video with the Weird Norwegian where we talked about bisexuality and how it basically is got this stereotype, and we basically did a ironic video to kind of living up to every single stereotype. We did a little quiz to prove how bisexual we were. And basically I was reading through the comments and I seen someone had commented that they could never be in a relationship with a bisexual because they couldn't trust them. So obviously being a bisexual, I found that quite offensive, and then I messaged the person and I said, well, I've been in a relationship for 2.5 years, I would never think of cheating on my girlfriend or leaving my girlfriend, I love her to bits, you know, how can you assume this? And basically they put back to me saying that because a bisexual has that choice, I mean, like, bisexuality isn't a choice, by the way. You fall in love with people, but love isn't a choice either. You love some people, you don't love some people. That's the way the world works. But because bisexuals have that choice that they can be with a man or a woman, that eventually they would get bored, they would become promiscuous, and they become adulterous and leave that person, essentially. And that basically made me grit my teeth and kind of get really frustrated, because I was thinking, in a world where we're trying to build this community, how can other people in the community stereotype other sexualities when they wouldn't want it done on themselves? And it's sad because every sexuality seems to have their stereotypes, and people are still living up to them or forcing them upon people. You know, to name a few, you know, gays being very bouncy and flirtatious and bitchy, bisexuals being very greedy and promiscuous apparently, lesbians saying that just because they're lesbian, like, they will have a threesome with a man. That's not how it works. I don't know how people can think that's how it works. If someone's a lesbian, someone's a lesbian. They're not interested in guys at all. You know, that's not how it works. You know, they're interested in girls. They are gay for girls. So get over yourself, because really, someone shouldn't have to deal with that. Someone shouldn't have to have someone force that sort of stereotype upon someone. But yeah, that got a bit heated towards the end, but I think I'm going to end the video here. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up, because it helps me out a hell of a lot. If you want another video in the coming out lineup, give it a share and write a comment telling me you want it. And if you want to talk to me on any of my social media, if you are thinking about coming out, message me on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. I'm always on my phone, so I'm always there. And I'm going to say love, peace, and chicken grease. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Swallow, damn it! Germans. Yeah, well, it tasted like tea. Cold tea.
No, you don't like it? It's not sugar.
Oh. Oh, I like to put some sugar in my things.
Oh, that's
Pour some.